Bitcoin stops money thefts by property, companies, and commodities printing. How do these assets steal your money? Okay, let's look at some statistic from 1982. Let us go to this Fred website. Let us see the inflation. Well, from 1982, we have an inflation about something like here. I download the data and I took an average for the annual increase. This is about on average 3.15%. Let's look at the money supply. So this is the money supply. The same thing from 1982. I download the data, took an average, and you get about 6.47. Well, let us look at the real GDP. Now, same thing here. I download the data, took an average for the last 40 years from 1982, and we get a real GDP of 2.65. So from here straight away we can have an idea. Imagine that you have a money supply that is increasing more than the real goods and services that's produced in the economy. Definitely when there's more money than goods increase, there is inflation. Definitely inflation is going on. Well, let us look at the real GDP. Same thing over here. I download the data and take an average, we get a 2.65. Okay, now we will explain why is that your money is being stolen from these properties, companies, and commodity printing. First, when real interest rate is less than zero, or another way of saying interest rate is less than inflation, we know that the last 40 years inflation is about 3.15. But how about the interest rate? Well, the interest rate is definitely less than the inflation rate recently for the last 10 years. Let us look at today's interest rate by Bank of America. So this is the Bank of America Advantage Saving for people in the Southeast Florida. And you have the interest rate of 0.01%. Even with rising interest rate as of today, the 31st December 2022, last day of 2022, we are still almost getting 0% for the interest rate. What this means that money debasement will occur. The reason being, you have an inflation of 3% or even higher as of recently. People are aware, but you are getting almost 0% for your cash. So there's a money debasement, and this money debasement will monetize property, companies, and commodities. What do I mean by this? If let's say you have $1 cash, and this $1 cash you can use to buy maybe a $1 property, or $1 stock or commodities like gold, and you know that the next year, due to inflation, that $1 will actually buy less of this thing, properties, etc. And the next year going forward, and the next year going forward, you'll keep on buying lesser and lesser and lesser. As the data from the last 40 years have shown, inflation is average 3.3%. So we know, and going forward, definitely inflation will still occur due to debasement of money. How much are you willing to buy? Are you willing to pay for the properties, stock, or gold? You are definitely willing to pay more than the economical value of this asset, because the debasement of money would definitely be worse than paying a slightly higher premium price for this asset. Now, but what happens is that when you are putting your life saving or paying more for this real estate, so for a property developer, when at first he can sell the property $1, that covers the cost of building the property, marketing the property, and a normal profit. But now he can sell for maybe a higher, like $1.20 or $1.30 or even $2. That means he can earn normal profit. What does he do? Economic would definitely suggest that because he can earn normal profit, he will build even more properties. And so with the increased supply of properties, the price will definitely drop until it reach the economical value of this property. So people who actually willing to pay a premium more than the economic value will see their life saving being stolen, because and stolen and actually stolen and actually is transferred to all this property developer who is earning above normal profit. The same thing with stock equity. Imagine that because of this monetary debasement, all the stock will actually have a monetary premium above the economical value. So for a company who notice that when they issue a stock of $1, but they can get a valuation of $2, what would they do? A very logical way is definitely to issue more stock until the monetary premium disappeared and it goes to its economic price. So people who is putting their life saving and storing their money in this property, in this stock, will find that the stock will after a while drop and they are losing their life saving, their money again. In effect, it's been stolen due to the issuance of this stock equity, and their money is transferred to this company who issue more stock. How about gold? Well, gold is also the same thing will definitely happen. Imagine that you put money, whether there's a monetary premium or not, due to the increase in the quantity of gold, the value of gold will definitely have to go down per year. I'm sure a lot of gold bugs will disagree with this statement, but the fact is, if you have an increased supply of gold by the gold miners, the price of gold will definitely be affected. Okay. Now we have Bitcoin here. Bitcoin, because it's a fixed quantity commodities. As a commodities, nobody can control the issuance, but it is also fixed quantity. Nobody can issue more. What it means that if you store your assets life saving in it, and because the quantity cannot be increased, the value will retain. So Bitcoin is a perfect store of value compared to real estate, stock equity, gold, etc. And as more and more people understand the mechanism of this, what we will have is that Instead of the monetary premium flowing to real estate, stock equity, gold, it will flow into Bitcoin. And once this monetary premium does not exist or disappear, property developer, company, gold miner will not be able to expand the quantity and steal those money and steal the money from investor. That's why Bitcoin stopped money theft by properties, companies, and commodities printing. And now we have a Bitcoin bounty commercial. On 29 November 2022, someone hacked my PC and stole about 62 Bitcoin from my PC. It was during a Skype message. A PDF file was sent to me. I do not know the identity of the person that sent me the PDF file, but unknown to me it is an MS-DOS masquerading as a PDF file. Once I click on it, it wiped off my Electrum Bitcoin wallet on my PC, and it sent the wallet to the hackers. 3 of my wallet containing about 62 Bitcoin was stolen. You can see the Electrum wallet here and that the Bitcoin that was stolen. This is the one of the wallet with about 31.31 Bitcoin. This is the second wallet with about 15.75 Bitcoin, and this is the third wallet with about 15 Bitcoin. You can see here it was stolen on the 29th of November. And here are the blockchain detail of the stolen Bitcoin with the address where the Bitcoin is sent to. For the first one with stolen 15 Bitcoin, this is the URL of the blockchain transaction, and it's stolen and sent to this Bitcoin address with the transaction hash ID here. The second one, 15.75 Bitcoin is stolen. This is the URL of the stolen transaction and sent to the Bitcoin address, this with the transaction hash ID of this. And another 31 Bitcoin, this is the URL of the blockchain transaction, stolen and sent to this address with the transaction hash ID of here. All this detail I will put in on the detail of the YouTube page. I know the chance of getting back this stolen Bitcoin are 0. I hope this will serve as a record so that in the future maybe we can trace to that thief who actually steal the Bitcoin. This also serves as a Bitcoin bounty. If anyone is able to trace it and leads to the recovery of the Bitcoin, I would like to pay the person 15% of the recovered Bitcoin.